Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree.
Came by
Well,
special
by who?
by Robert Bailey.
Yep. Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree.
Came by Robert Bailey.
It's my special delivery. Full and fresh and glistening green. The biggest tree.
You've ever seen.
He dashed downstairs to open the door. This was the moment.
Has waited before.
A magnificent tree, splendid, he said. Please, sir.
Will you kill it right inside, sir?
I think it might look best this year, right in the parlor corner here. But once the tree stood in its place, Mr. Willoughby made
A terrible face.
the tree touched the ceiling, then bent like a bow. Oh, heavens, he gasped.
Something must go.
Baxter the butler was called in haste to chop off the top, though it seemed quite...
But Christmas trees are bigger than that. They're huge.
Well, this one they started with is pretty massive. So, to chop off the top, though it seemed a waste. That's great, Mr. Willoughby cried with glee. Now we can start.
That's my tree.
Then
Wait,
what?
Mom,
What?
can you do the another page and see what it looked like
Before. See?
Oh.
Yeah. When the trimming was well underway, the top was placed on a silver tray. Baxter the butler said, I know just who'd be delighted.
What's this Christmas tree?
So it was presented to
Miss Attaway.
Mr. Willoughby's
Upstairs place.
upstairs maid. Won't this tree be a pretty sight when I have it trimmed?
Tonight,
But the top, oh dear, I'm so afraid, will have to be cut, sighed.
Miss Attaway.
And so with scissors sharp and long, she snipped off the top while she...
hung the song.
The top was set out the very next day in back of the house.
They flung away.
The little treetop caught the eye of Tim, the gardener, passing by. He certainly was not about to see the little tree thrown out. He hurried home straight away to see what Mrs. Tim would say. Fa la la, surprise, surprise, his wife could not.
Believe her eyes.
But our house, she said, it's so snug and small.
I do not believe we need it all.
And before Tim had a chance to shout, she cut off the top.
To be thrown out.
Barnaby Bear was padding by. It almost hit him in the eye. Now, who would throw a tree away so very close?
I can't see.
Sorry. So very close.
To Christmas Eve.
Christmas Day. I'll take it home. That's what I'll do. Look, Mama Bear.
I have a present for you.
Isn't it a pretty tree? Yawned Barnaby quite drowsily.
Can't see 'cause it's shiny.
Little Bear, standing off far, cried out, That tree won't.
Oh, the star.
Barnaby said, Let's cut a hunk
Of the bottom.
here at the trunk. But Mama Bear just shook her head and sliced.
The carrot off instead.
Jolly by golly, Barnaby said with a kick. Mama, that surely is just the right
Trick.
Let's trim it with bells and honey rings, some berries and tinsel.
And popcorn on strings.
Mama said, Trim it just as you like. I've got to tidy up for the night. This top we won't need anymore. I'll put it.
This outside the door.
Later on that frosty night, Frisky Fox came into sight. He spied the treetop, rubbed his chin, opened his sack.
And stuffed it in. That's very rude to stuff someone's Christmas tree up.
That's very rude. He scampered home and jumped his gate. The Christmas present.
Couldn't wait.
It's even better than mincemeat pie, said Mrs. Fox, with a happy sigh. Then the foxes saw that their Christmas prize was just a wee bit
Oversized.
There, my dear, don't you worry. I'll fix the top now.
Oh, just do it like we're doing like that.
Oh, in a hurry. Benjamin Rabbit found it then, just outside the fox's den. It seems he thought most certainly Santa left this.
For my family.
Look, he cried, see the tree I found? With that,
How this family around?
then there was a merrymaking, rollicking, frolicking, carrot shaking, celebration around the tree. All were happy.
This rabbit could be.
Benjamin Rabbit, with his own hands, sliced a carrot and made.
Stand.
Now let's see how it will look in our little chimney nook. But right away the children cried, look, it's
Leaning off to one side.
too tall, that's all, said Mrs. Rabbit. As though it were a summer carrot, she gave it a chop and threw away
The top.
Then Mistletoe Mouse just happened to see the tiny tip of a Christmas tree. He pulled it through the snow and ice, up some stairs.
It fell down twice.
At last he reached his cozy house. It's just the right size, said.
Said Mrs. Mouse.
Then at the top, if you please.
They made a stand made out of cheese.
Oh, wasn't it grand to have a tree exactly like...
The Willoughby Christmas tree.
Right. Okay, the note says, Happy birthday, Annie Mae. It's so fun to watch you grow and learn. Keep up the great reading. Big hugs and kisses, Auntie Judy. The end.
Can we read this one more time?